guys, Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And as I'm sure you know by now, it is no secret any longer, guys. Maxwell is around the corner, and I've been having a lot of you very wonderful subscribers asking me what I plan to do against Maxwell. So here's my video breaking down what I plan to do against Maxwell, guys. So I have my 3 squads laid out for you guys. I have not worked out the spheres yet. Just know for the most part, a majority of the spheres will be spheres that help with BB gauge. Definitely spheres like the Dandelga and possibly Evil Shards, I don't quite know yet. On my Liliths, they are straight Divine Stone. That's basically what I like to put on them. But then you can definitely expect stat buff spheres such as the Leg Wand gem, the Medulla gem, and things of that nature. The Providence ring that we just got from the new Trial of the Gods Vortex dungeon. So spheres like that in order to boost that. And then possibly also spheres like the Drevis to help with status ailments. We also got the what is it, the Refined gem, yeah, to also deal with status ailments. So that's going to be a majority of the spheres. You got to have a total of 15 pretty nice spheres for yourself, because you're allowed to bring 3 squads. So as of this video, I am level 206, and that leaves me with a cost of 193, I believe. So you're allowed to use double your current cost for this trial. So I have a total of 194 right now, excuse me, which grants me the ability to have up to 388 costs to do trial 003. Well, after my 3 squads, turns out I'm only using 337 of that 388. So you don't need a ton of costs, depending on what units you decide to bring, but that's all I'm using up. So when it comes to defeating Maxwell, guys, you basically need 4 things. You need a way to deal with status ailments. You cannot, it will hurt you very badly to be inflicted with any status ailments. So you want to bring either a leader that has the Divine Gale leader skill, or bring the Drevis and some Refined gems on your key units that just you can't afford to have status ailments on them. That'll also help as well. But have a way to deal with status ailments, guys. Is definitely not good news in order to be hit with a status ailment. The second thing you must have against Trial of Maxwell for Trial 003 is a way to mitigate damage. You definitely have to have that, guys. These guys deal humongous amount of damage, and yes, that is a made-up word, but it just, the emphasis on it, guys, is that they deal a ton of damage. So without damage mitigation, you will not survive for long. I mean, Maxwell alone does a attack that has a fixed damage of 14,000. So if you don't have nothing to mitigate that damage, such as an Orulu to have that and bring it down to a maximum of 7,000, you are toast. You are pretty much toast. I haven't seen any unit have up to 14,000 HP yet. Not saying it's not possible, but for an ideal squad, you don't want to bring units that increase max HP. You just want to have a unit to mitigate that damage. The third thing you want to have is a squad that is able to also deal a lot of damage, guys. So along with protecting yourself against status ailments and high damage, you also want to be able to deal a lot of damage. So definitely got to have that, especially when you get down to the wire with Maxwell, because the battle, when you get down to the wire with Maxwell, you guys, you have 3 turns to take her out. So you must have a way to deal huge damage at that point in time. So you're going to need that. And last but not least, and probably one of the more important ones, is you need to be able to build BB. Actually, all 4 of these are important, guys, equally important. You need to have a way to build BB gauge, guys. So somehow, some way, try to have a way for yourself to be able to build BB gauge as good and as efficient as possible. That would definitely help you out. So as I show you my squads, you'll see that they reflect these things. Another thing that would probably be helpful for you is also a healer. Preferably have a 6-star one, definitely, that can give you some support as well. So here's my squads, guys. Let's break it on down. Here's my first squad, the squad that I'm going in first with. I'm going to use this squad right here with a Reeves leader. Main reason is her leader skill, of course. That eternal reverberation negates all status ailments. Very important, guys. So as long as I use this squad, I don't have to worry about status ailments at all. They're not going to come about. But in addition to that, I also get a nice BB gauge boost when I'm attacked. So every time one of my units get attacked, they build a little BB gauge, and that's definitely going to help because BB is very important. I also have my man loading up here in the upper right. He's also going to be helping with BB. For those who don't know, his SBB fills up your BB gauge by, I believe, 5 BC for 3 turns. So that's basically 15 BCs in the hat right there for the entire squad. Very, very helpful, guys. Very helpful indeed. Now, I'm bringing Rashiel mainly as a healer, but another reason I'm bringing him is because of his SBB gives him Angel Idol effect. So in the event something happens, he will be able to revive himself. He won't die that turn. I don't know if he dies and comes back or he just doesn't die. I don't really know. But regardless, that'll save me a revive, and I'll also be able to keep him alive. But Rashiel also increases the critical hit rate, guys, which once again helps with one of those 4 main keys against Maxwell to deal that damage. So increasing that critical hit rate along with a healer, and I don't really have to worry about him once I use his SBB, is definitely a plus. So he was the healer I chose. I didn't want to bring Elmo. I wanted to be careful about my water units because you do have to battle against Juggernaut, and he's a lightning unit, and he is going to sting, guys, big time. So the healer that I chose was Rashiel. I could have chose Elmo. I could have chose Lancia. I could have even chose Themons, but I didn't want to make that choice. I wanted to use Rashiel for those very reasons. And then I have 2 Liliths. No explanation necessary with Lilith, guys. It's all about her SBB. When she uses her SBB, she gets her BB gauge filled right back up again, so she's able to use the SBB again next turn. So she's just going to serve as a very high damage dealer. I have her equipped with Divine Stones, and so she's going to be a tank, guys. She's very hard to take down once her BB gauge gets filled up and she get that boost from the Divine Stone Sphere. So this is the first squad. I'm planning to bring an Oulu friend with me with this squad for that damage mitigation, of course, as well as his leader skill, which is really good. A chance to only take 1 damage in addition to the 20% boost to, I believe it's HP and defense. So Oulu's going to be definitely valuable. That's going to be my friend for this squad. And I'm hoping that this squad can take me to at least half of Maxwell's HP. That's what I'm planning on. Hopefully that works. But that is the plan. So that's the first squad, guys. Let's move on over to the second squad I plan to use. So squad number 2 is going to be right here, guys. This is going to be my second squad. I'm going to be using a Gra lead as well as a Gra friend. So I'll be having a 40% boost to all parameters and 30% reduction in damage from light and dark types. So this squad, like I said, if my plan goes correctly, will be coming in, well, if they have to come in at all, they'll hopefully be coming in at least when Maxwell is already at half HP. So that way I'll already be fighting Maxwell. Gra has the wonderful leader skills. I'll be bringing double Gra lead. I also already have the dark element added to my entire team, so that'll also come in helpful for dealing more damage to Maxwell. But Gra is just going to be very, very important to my second squad because the damage is already going to be mitigated from the double Gra leader skill. And then of course I have my Oulu here in the middle in order to also help with that damage mitigation. So Maxwell won't be dealing nowhere near as much damage as it possibly would be to my first squad with this squad here for sure. So of course Oulu's just solely for damage mitigation, guys. So I got to keep Oulu alive to keep that damage mitigated, hopefully every single turn. And then I also have Melchior here. Melchior is not only going to help with BC production because he's still one of the highest, if not still the highest BC producing units in Global Brave Frontier right now. So we're going to be using Melchior for that, but also we're going to be using Melchior for his SBB, giving us that protection against status ailments for 3 turns because I don't have a leader skill here that's going to nullify status ailments. So I have to make sure that when I begin to use this squad, that I'm going to be using him to nullify status ailments. And then we got Ultra here in the upper right. We're going to be using Ultra here, as well as in addition to nullifying status ailments, he can also remove them if necessary, and he's able to heal as well. So Ultra, definitely one of the more invaluable units against Maxwell, guys. He's basically a must-have. He's very helpful with that. So I'm going to have 2 units with me that can protect against status ailments to ensure that I always have protection and nullify status ailments. And then once again, we have Lilith here, serving her same role, damage dealing, baby. So she's also going to have a divine stone on, and she's just going to be dealing back to back to back SBB every single turn, guys. So that's Lilith's purpose there. So hopefully the second squad can end the battle with Maxwell, but in the event that that does not happen, that's why I have my third and final squad here, guys. And this squad is basically just going to be a crit squad, guys, because hopefully I won't even have to use this squad, but if I do, it'll be basically towards the end of the battle with Maxwell is what I'm predicting. So I'm going to bring a crit squad for that. So I have Mare here. Her leader skill, the Supreme Oppression, which deals a great boost in damage to the weak elements. So I got Mare set as leader, and then I have SGX here. So once I use SGX in order to put the dark element on everyone, that's when Mare's leader skill is really going to kick off, and it's going to deal really great damage to Maxwell. It's really going to help a lot there. I have SGX also to increase the critical hit rate. I have Michelle here to increase our attack, the amount of damage we deal. Now Zelban is here for the turns where Maxwell does not have her defense ignore buff in place. Then Zelban can be there with his increase in defense in order to help keep that damage as low as possible, because this is my crit squad, guys. I don't really have a healer. That's also why I have Tiara up here. Her SBB allows for healing over time, and she usually heals roughly 3,000 HP per turn. So what I'm hoping is that that will help keep us going, because I don't have a healer in this squad, guys, and I'm not really planning to bring a healer. What I'm planning to do with this squad is bring a Tillith friend, and I'll have Fujin potions as one of my items. So what I'm planning to do is just crit with this squad every time. That's the plan, guys. So hopefully I'll have my Tillith friend, and I can use her BB to give everyone 40 BC, which should be enough to fill everyone up pretty well, if not all the way. And then just back-to-back crit. That's going to be the point of this last squad, guys. This is what I call the finisher squad. They're just going to come in, deal huge amounts of damage, and take care of Maxwell right then and there. So there you have it, guys. These are my Maxwell squads. This is what I plan on doing, and the strategy I plan on going in with Maxwell. And I think it's a very effective strategy, and I think it will definitely work, guys. So all we can do is try, right? If it don't work, I'll have to go back to the drawing board. But this is my plan for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you think, and also in the comments, what are you planning on doing against Maxwell? We know she's close, guys. She's right around the corner. So I hope you're making your preparations. Try to have every unit you use max level and max BB/SBB level, guys. Try to have to the max as possible. All right. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And I'll be back at your screen with more Brave Frontier Global soon, guys. Later.